So, why do we recycle? The reason why you and I recycle is probably because we were taught that in school. It's really good for the environment. Or you have to recycle through your township. So they give you two bins, one's for your cardboard, plastic, and glass, and the other one's for your trash. And they encourage recycling because it's good for you. So it is, if it's done right. The reason why we know it's good for us, and the reason why there's trucks on the road and facilities to recycle, is because there's money in it, or at least there used to be. There used to be a lot of money in it, up until 2016, late 2016, 2017. But I'll get to that. We started out recycling iron. We've done that for a while now, and cardboard. Those are the two big things we recycle in this nation. Some glass wasn't as big. Not a whole lot of plastic, but a little bit. That didn't become popular until the mid-90s. And that's the issue why a lot of recycling has ceased to exist. So the iron, we had facilities set up for. Cardboard, we had facilities set up for. Paper is the same facility to recycle it and to convert it back and use it in the process to make cardboard boxes. The same with iron. You melt it down at the same facility you're producing it, and it's being mixed in with the new iron, melted down, and it's 5-10% of the recycled materials goes with the new. So it's great. Cuts down on some costs, and you boost your profit margin on both fronts. This is great. So that's why we did it. But in the early 90s, China was like, okay, so the U.S. is doing it. Why don't we? It seems to be cheaper. Now, their big thing was plastic, because they were manufacturing a lot of things with plastic. And plastic is made from oil and a bunch of other chemicals through a process I'm not too sure on, but that's how it's done. But it's pretty expensive. Oil is expensive. It was in the 80s. There's been shots of it where it's super expensive, super cheap, and that's where you'll see some dips in the recycling market when oil is cheap, and then if there's spikes in the oil prices, the recycling market will spike. But the real reason is it's cheaper all around throughout the year to buy our recycled materials raw and make it themselves. So we saw that, all right, so it's going to cost us this much to do it ourselves and this much effort, or we can collect it, do a slight sortment process, and then send it over and make a little bit more money. We're going to shut down a lot of things in order to do this. So that's what we started to do from the 90s on, and they kept on buying more, and as we slowly started to close more facilities and more recycling facilities. Up until 2016, China has now banned all importing of recycled materials. It includes paper, metal, and plastic are the big ones. Now, that's because we were sending over a lot. And a lot of it was contaminated because there was a whole lot of money in this. So less effort on our end to clean it. So we just said, screw it. Send it out. Whatever. We're making more money. We'll see what they do. No one thought that they would just ban everybody. But they educated themselves and their citizens to recycle their own stuff at home. So they slowly built the right infrastructure at home, and now they're set and ready to go to save money. And it seems like they did it the right way. It took longer. It took like 20-some years for them to figure it out, get all the facilities and infrastructure in, and now they're rip-roaring and ready to go to make some money. Now we're kind of in a pickle, because now every township pretty much across the nation enforces recycling. Now they're not going to anymore because they don't have anywhere to go. All these recycling facilities was accepting it, sorting it, and sending it out. Now no one's buying it. I mean, small places might buy it, and some local recycling facilities could buy it, but no one's really buying it the way China was. So we need to still encourage the recycling industry. And that means, so we're going to still want to recycle, but sometimes over the next 10 to 15 years, I think it might take, there's going to be recycle and say, hey, I'm going to put this piece of recycling in my recycle, but it's probably not going to be recycled 100% because the facilities aren't set up for it quite yet. So we have to accept the fact that this might be a little bit of waste of time, might be a small bit of waste of money, but over the long haul, we'll start to turn a profit, kind of like everyone else did in Europe, were the first big ones, and now China. So we're going to have to really make a conscious effort to increase this, because it's not the reason of, oh, it's good for the environment. No, the reason needs to be someone needs to turn a profit. There needs to be a business and an industry turned in here to turn a profit and create jobs. It's funny. It's not just for the environment. That's why you and I do it. And then we need to encourage businesses to create this industry again, to make money. So that's the real reason why you and I should do it. Good for the environment, but someone's got to make money. It's those two things. But the money thing usually trumps it, which is just the way of the world. But yeah.